On the menu this week, we're making Boulangère potatoes. There's only a few ingredients to this, but we're going to start with the onions, so let's get rid of everything else. So begin by peeling your onions, then cut in half through the root, and chop out the root. We'll get rid of that, and thinly slice all of them. Now throw all your onions into a frying pan, stick it on a medium heat, drizzle in a little bit of vegetable oil, season, a few knobs of butter, and just cook until lightly golden brown. Once your onions are cooked, just put them to one side in a bowl, and then get your pan back on the heat. Throw in some stock. I'm using this beef stock I made earlier, but you can use just store-bought stock. I'm also going to throw in a couple of cubes of our demi-glace jelly. I'll put the recipe above if you haven't made it yet. This is going to give us a really good depth of flavour. And then seeing as I'm using jellified stock, I'm just going to top up with some water, and I'll just leave that to one side, keeping it hot for now. Anyway, moving on to our potatoes, just get them all peeled, and now we need to thinly slice them. You can use a knife for this, but I'm going to use my finger factor 5000 as I want as many layers as possible. Now grab yourself a deep-sided pan, and we just want to put a little bit of butter in the bottom of this. And now in goes our first layer of onions. Spread out into an even layer, and then we're going to top with potato. And more onions. And now very importantly, make sure you season between each layer. Even with all that stock and demi-glace, this can come out bland if you don't season it. Anyway, so keep layering up your potatoes, and when you get about halfway, just give it a light press to make sure the layers are compact. And then just keep going until you've used all your onion and potato. Top with some more butter. One last season, and then you can go and pour over all your stock and demi-glace, just until it reaches the top of the potatoes. Next up, we're going to make something called a cartouche. This is just a piece of paper that sits on top to keep everything under the liquid and stop it from drying out. So to do this, just keep folding it in half like so, and then we'll use the lid to measure the size we want. I'm going to go a little bit bigger than the size of the lid here so it comes up the edges of the pan. Press down until it makes contact with the potatoes, lid on, and into the oven. After 45 minutes, you can take off the lid, take off the cartouche, turn your oven up, and get them back in until nicely browned. And that's about all there is to it. Just make sure that you let these rest for about 20 minutes before you cut into them. It will help to firm them up and they'll hold their shape better. Or you can use a pastry cutter to cut any shape you like out of these for presentation. That's me done. See you next week.